Thank you so much for joining us today at Everyday Yoga with Christine. I am Christine. My pronouns are she and her. And this is a live Zoom practice with my daughter and my sister. And we are going to do some breath work, some pranayama to help calm down our nervous systems. We're going to be gentle with our bodies and treat them with loving kindness throughout our practice. We are going to also practice a cord cutting meditation for letting things, relationships, people, jobs, whatever it is, letting those things go that are no longer serving us so that we can make room in our lives for things that will support us, serve us, and make us feel whole and happy and free. With that being said, go ahead and come into a comfortable seat. You could take a block or a cushion and tuck it up underneath your hips. If you don't have a block or cushion, you could always fold up a blanket or some towels even, whatever you've got handy around the house. And I like to sit in Siddhasana with one heel drawn into my center, the center of the groin, and then this second heel stacked kind of right in front of and sort of on top of my first. My legs are different than your legs though, so go ahead and find a seat that works for you, cross-legged, in a chair even for this first part. And just find your nice, tall, beautiful spine. Just bring your awareness to your spine, that length of backbone that connects all the other bones to your center. And maybe bring your awareness down to your tailbone, the base of the spine. And in your mind's eye, mentally stack each vertebrae one on top of the other, coming up from the bottom of your spine, through the low back, the middle of the back, between the shoulder blades and up into the neck, drawing the crown of the head and the tips of the ears up towards the spine. Sitting in all your regal height, with all your strength. This can look deceptively easy, sitting with a nice tall spine like that. But we don't do that a lot in our everyday life. So if this becomes difficult for you, or if your breathing becomes compromised, feel free to come to a chair or to bring your back up against a wall or some other support so that you can feel uplifted but at ease as well. Draw the ears up and away from the shoulder blades and let those shoulders come down the back. And just find the intention to just remain present throughout this practice. To be here now, to let go of any thoughts of things that have happened in the past or things that might happen in the future. And just resolve to stay focused on this time, this place, your spine, your breath, and your practice. And let's bring that awareness to the breath. Notice wherever you feel it in your body. You might immediately come to the ends of your nostrils, the tip of your nose, or maybe to the belly. Just notice where you feel it first. Allow your body to relax and soften, even as you continue to draw length up the spine. And invite yourself to deepen the breath. If your eyes aren't closed already, please go ahead and do that. Mine automatically shut down as soon as I come into yoga. So much easier to embody and keep the attention on the breath and the body when you go inward. But if closing your eyes is not for you, if you're not comfortable, keep your eyes open so that you can be aware of where you are. And continue to just notice the breath. We're going to do a pranayama practice, a breathing practice called Nodi Shodana, or alternate nostril breathing. I'll demonstrate it first. It can be a little tricky. We're going to bring the right hand to the face. Now, that being said, or your dominant hand, but better the right hand for balancing purposes, and I'll get to that in just a moment. If you are like I was many years ago when I had really bad skin and you don't want to bring your hands to your face, just keep your palms on your knees and use your mind's eye and your imagination to visualize the movements that we're going to do with our hands. Okay, so let me just demonstrate first. There are several ways to do this, and you can have your hand adjusted any way that feels comfortable for you. But my favorite way is to bring my index finger right to my forehead, to the third eye area, I forget which chakra, the sixth chakra, but not the crown chakra, not the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, I guess. Not in Sanskrit, I don't remember. So anyway, bring your finger right to that area. And this will automatically make you bring your attention to your mind's eye, your third eye, your intuition. And then we're going to close the right nostril with the thumb. And you can do that by just barely pressing on this area above the flap of the nose, or by covering the whole bottom of the nostril, or by pressing the side of the nostril inward, whatever feels most natural in your hand and in your body. So I like to just press that area right above the flap there. So index finger at the third eye, thumb on the right nostril. The first breath, you inhale through the open left nostril. Close the left nostril with your middle or fourth finger. Open the right nostril and exhale. Then you inhale through the open right nostril. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Open the left nostril and exhale. That's one round. If you don't want to bring the hand to the face, or if your arm gets tired before we're done doing this breath 9 times, go ahead and take your hands down to your thighs or knees and just imagine inhaling through the left nostril, exhaling through the right nostril, inhaling through the right nostril, and exhaling through the left nostril. That's basically what we're doing, but we're using our fingers to close those areas off. This breath, this alternate nostril breath, is wonderful for calming down the nervous system. And it helps us to be present because you really kind of have to pay attention to what you're doing in the moment. So let's begin. Bring your pointer finger to your third eye and close the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale through the left nostril. Close the left nostril and open the right nostril and exhale. Inhale through the right nostril. Close the right nostril. Open the left nostril and exhale. That's one round. We'll do this 8 more times. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Continue doing this breath on your own for 7 more times. And if it's not exactly 7, that's all right. I'll try to keep count here. And as you inhale up through the left nostril, imagine the air coming up into the right side of the brain. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, drawing that air up into the left side of the brain. Exhale through the left nostril. When we inhale through the left nostril, we stimulate the right brain, which is our moon side, our calm side, our creative and emotional side. And then when we inhale through the right nostril, we stimulate the left brain, the analytical side, the language side, the side that's more logical. So this practice can balance out our nervous system. So I'm going to find some silence here as you continue until you have a few more rounds of breath. And I confess I've lost count, but I'll give it enough time to get your final breaths in. Inhaling and exhaling on your own time in a tempo that is comfortable for you. Just find 3 more rounds. And when you've found those 3 rounds, go ahead and release the hand if it's not already, and come back to your normal breath. And just notice what you feel in your body. Notice if your energy has shifted. Notice if you feel a softness or a calmness, or notice if you feel no change at all. No judgment. Just let it be what it is. Let's go ahead and bring the fingertips back behind us and switch the cross of the legs to bring balance to the hips now. As we inhale, we can draw those arms out and open and up towards the sky. And as we exhale, let's just twist gently over to the right, bringing the right fingertips down behind the right hip and the left hand to the right knee. Twisting from the belly and then the upper back and then in the neck, nice and gentle here. Finding length with every inhale and finding a little softness or maybe a little deep stretch with every exhale. One more full breath here. And then we'll inhale the arms back up high to the sky And exhale to twist gently to the left. Right hand on the left knee, left fingertips behind the left hip here. Twisting first from the belly and then gently bringing the upper body and the neck into the twist as well. Take a couple breaths here. And then we'll inhale the arms back up high to the sky. And exhale, drawing the right arm across the heart and using the left hand to hug it inward towards the chest. Getting a stretch here in the right arm. Maybe massaging it with the left fingertips as you gently hold the arm inward. We're not twisting here. We're keeping the torso facing front. The stretch, the movement is only in that right shoulder. I apologize, somebody's backing up over there. Hopefully it's not too terribly annoying as we stretch this right arm. And then let's inhale the arms high to the sky and exhale to draw the left arm across the heart, hugging it inward. Showing it a little gentle love. Maybe massaging it with the fingertips here. And then let's go ahead and release the hands and shake the arms out a little bit and roll the shoulders up and back and down a couple of times. And let's just gently bring the chin down to the chest as we draw the shoulder blades down the back. And just get a nice big stretch in the back of the neck, the upper back. Inhale and draw that right ear towards the right shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest, and then inhale the left ear towards the left shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. And then just keep moving the head from side to side, finding a little gentle movement in the neck. Stopping anywhere along the way that feels good to you. And the next time you bring the chin back to the chest, go ahead and inhale the head back to the top of the spine. And then we'll bring the palms together in front of the heart center and begin to just rub them together, creating a little heat, creating a little warmth, creating a little bit of energy. And then let's place the left hand over the heart and then the right hand over the left. And this time we'll look up towards the sky as we press into the heart, or onto the chest, I should say. We don't want to go into the heart here, obviously. But press down on the chest, drawing the skin of the neck downward as you lift the chin up towards the sky very gently and only as far back as your neck can handle comfortably. And then we'll move the right ear over towards the right shoulder and the left ear over towards the left shoulder, gaining a stretch now across the front of the throat. The throat chakra is our chakra of communication. It is where we communicate from to be understood, as well as to listen and understand. And it is also the place of our authentic selves. And Brené Brown says that her best definition of authentic self is not shrinking down nor puffing up, but standing your sacred ground. So just move organically, maybe making circles now with the neck in one direction. Moving organically as to what feels best in your neck today, and then reverse the circles if you're making them. Noticing any particular areas of tenderness and being gentle with those areas, not pressing into them, but gently massaging them with your movements and with your breath. And then we'll come chin to chest, release the hands, and bring the head back up to the top of the spine. Let's go ahead and remove any prop you might be sitting on. And I'm a little OCD, so the pillow goes that way. And we will come to tabletop on the mat. If you have blocks or other props that you can use as blocks, go ahead and bring them to the top of the mat as well. And we'll come into a few rounds of cat-cow, inhaling and dropping the belly, gently lifting the heart and the gaze, and exhaling to round back through the back. Inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly. Exhale, pressing into the feet, pressing into the palms, rounding the back and letting the head be heavy. As you inhale into cow, you might want to tuck the toes and bend the elbows a little bit. And as you exhale into cat, you may want to press the tops of the feet into the mat as you pull the belly button up towards the spine. Continue finding your cat-cow, whatever feels good to you. You may decide that making circles with the body might feel good. Going down through one side and back towards a kind of a cat-child's pose. Or maybe you might want to make figure eights with the body here. You may want to roll the spine around kind of like a jump rope. Just find again the organic movement that feels good in your body and move with the breath and really notice what is happening where your body is moving. And once you've found some of that movement here, we'll come back to stillness. And then let's go ahead and press all the way back into child's pose. Maybe tuck the toes under and bring the fingertips kind of like little spiders to the mat here and really sink down into the heart and get a nice stretch in the shoulders and along the side body. Take a few breaths there in child's pose of your choice. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come back to a nice strong tabletop. And we'll walk the hands towards the knees, come up into high kneeling for just a moment. And then we'll step the right foot forward, coming into a nice low lunge here. That right knee is stacked over the right ankle. You can have your back toes flat on the mat or tucked under, whatever feels most stable in your body. And go ahead and bring the palms to the mat alongside either side of your right foot. If you have blocks here, might be where they come in handy to bring the floor a little closer to you. You could tent your fingers like we did earlier in child's pose here too. But if you can bring your palms to the mat or to a block, that would probably be a little more stable. And you can have the blocks up high like this or down low in their lowest position, whatever feels best in your body. And then you might want to kind of inch that back knee back a little farther and sink down into your hips. Find that Tadasana back here with the lifted heart and the shoulder blades down the back and the chin tucked and the crown drawing up towards the sky. Breathe here, getting a nice stretch across the hips. in that hip flexor. This space here is also wonderful for calming the nervous system, because when we are in fight or flight or freeze or fawn position, any kind of self-protective position, we're kind of hunched over and tucked in, and our bodies are contracted. But when we can open up and release, we can let go of some of that tension and begin to tell our nervous systems that it is okay to heal and okay to rest. One more breath here. And then let's go ahead and draw the hips back over the right knee, stretching long through that, or over the, left knee, stretching long through the right leg. And then maybe flex the right foot and point those right toes up towards the sky. Again, find that Tadasana back here with the shoulder blades drawing down the back and the chin tucked and the heart lifted. Inhale here, and as you exhale, maybe allow yourself to come a little closer to the extended right leg. Breathing here. You might want to see what it feels like to press the sole of the right foot towards the earth, getting more of a stretch across the shin. Maybe even find a little dynamic movement, flexing the foot and then pressing it towards the earth. Find another breath wherever you are with that nice long back, and then go ahead and exhale and allow the back to round gently. Allow the forehead to come towards the knee. Be mindful of that knee, not to have it hyperextended, but to have a gentle bend in it. Couple breaths here, just allowing yourself to soften towards the leg. And the next time you inhale, go ahead and bend that front knee, coming back into our low lunge. Release the blocks for just a moment and come back to tabletop. We'll realign the spine and the hips with a couple rounds of cat-cow here. Inhaling cow and exhaling cat. Really allowing the spine to move like a wave. And then we'll walk the hands back towards the knees, come back to high kneeling, and step that left leg forward. Coming into our low lunge on the left side. Again, find your blocks if you've got them and you want to use them. Maybe allow that right knee to slide back a little bit farther to create more of a stretch in the front of the right hip. But you could still have this right knee right underneath the hip, and your lunge might be here or anywhere in between. Just allow those hips to kind of sink downward as you find your Tadasana back. Tuck that chin. Let the shoulders come away from the ears. Find length in the spine. Opening the hips. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn down the volume on the phone. Continue staying in your lunge while I turn down the volume on my phone. Well, if I was perfect, life would be boring, right? And then we'll go ahead and draw those hips back over that right knee and flex the left foot, toes pointed to the sky. Find that Tadasana back here, allowing the spine to be long and strong and beautiful. Inhaling length and exhaling, maybe allowing the heart to come a little closer to the knee. Maybe playing around with that left foot, pressing the sole to the earth and lifting the toes to the sky. Maybe back and forth. Find a place that feels good for you. Ooh. Popped my ankle there. One more inhale for length and then exhale to just round forward, allowing the head to be heavy, the crown to come towards the shin. Remembering to keep that gentle bend in the left knee so you're not hyperextending here. And the next time you inhale, let's go ahead and come back to stacking that left knee over the left ankle. We'll bring those fingertips down to the earth, and then let's curl the back toes under, lift the right knee, and kind of get a little bouncy in that right foot. And the next time you come forward, step the right foot forward, coming into a forward fold, bringing the right foot next to the left. Hanging here in your forward fold, bending the knees nice and deep, and allowing the arms to just ragdoll here. Few nice deep breaths, finding expansion in the back body every time you inhale. Maybe creating a little more length in the spine with every exhale. And then let's go ahead and really slowly, as slowly as you can manage, roll up to a standing position, one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Coming all the way up to Tadasana and inhaling to reach the arms up alongside the ears. And exhaling, hands to heart. Eyes open or closed. Just notice what you feel in your body. Notice how your energy is moving. Notice the distribution of your weight across the soles of your feet. Allowing the weight to be evenly distributed between the heels of the feet and the balls of the underneath the toes. Finding your Tadasana, maybe releasing the palms out to the sides and shining the palms forward. Drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky, tucking the chin, letting those shoulders come away from the ears. Standing in your full regal height, in your strength from your mountaintop, mountain pose. Tadasana. And then let's do a little more breathing. Let's incorporate breath of joy into our practice before we come back down towards the ground. Breath of joy can be done from a seat, in a chair, if you prefer to be on the ground. It can be done very gently or very vigorously. I'm going to demonstrate it for us a couple of times here. You can start with the knees gently bent here. And we'll inhale, bringing the arms out in front of us. Inhale again, spreading the arms wide out to the sides. Inhale a third time, bringing the arms up alongside the ears. And exhale to bend deeply into the knees, release the hands back. You can come back just a little bit, especially if you're in a chair, or you can come all the way down towards the floor. And then we do it again. So I'll demonstrate a couple of times here. We'll take a normal breath first. So that's it. We'll do that 9 times. This time I'll do it with you and keep count. Go ahead and take a full breath to prepare. You can get as deep into those knees as feels good to you. We will go now. One more. Stay down in your forward fold. Take 2 full breaths here. Might get a little lightheaded. That's totally normal. Bend those knees nice and deep. And this time as we roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, we'll bounce in the knees and find a little bit of a bounce in the body as we roll up, kind of ragdolling and shaking and bouncing all the way up. And we'll just shake out the arms and maybe shake out the feet and just let it all go. Maybe shake the hips from side to side and just come back to center, come back to your Tadasana. Come back to your breath. Come back to that nice nose breathing in and out of the nose. And just notice your energy. Notice your breath, notice your body. Allow everything to settle. Allow the breath of joy to permeate throughout you. Feel the energy in your palms and traveling up the arms and the shoulders. Feel the energy in your feet, traveling up the legs and into the hips. Feel the energy in your belly and at your heart center in your back. Feel the energy in your brain and your skull and your face. Maybe even bring a little energetic smile, or maybe even a physical one. Allow the body to soften. And then let's go ahead and inhale the arms up to the sky. And we'll exhale, bringing the palms together, bending the knees deeply, coming all the way down into our forward fold, back at the top of the mat, Uttanasana. Let's bring the arms to cradle the elbows, cradling each elbow in the opposite palm, allowing the head to be heavy. Taking a breath here. And then switch the clasp, bringing opposite elbow in front. Breathing deeply into the back body and allowing space as you exhale. Go ahead and release the hands and bring the right hand to the top of the left foot, or maybe to the left ankle or calf, and draw those left fingertips up the length of the left leg, like you're pulling back a bow of a bow and arrow, and reach the fingertips up towards the sky, coming into a gentle twist. You can bend that right knee deeply if that feels good, really straightening through that left leg. Take a full inhale here. Wiggle the fingers. Exhale to release the left arm down and over to the right leg. Draw those right fingertips up the right leg, pulling back like a bow and arrow, reaching up towards the sky. Breathing into the twist. Bending deeply into that left leg and reaching upward. Inhale, wiggling the fingers. And exhale to release the left arm down. Bring the palms or fingertips down to the mat and step back into your tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. And then we'll go ahead and cross the legs behind us and roll over or swing the legs out to one side or the other, coming back to your comfortable seat or to your final shavasana of your choice, either way. So whether you're in a seat or lying in shavasana or using a bolster or blocks to find a restorative position for your body, we're going to do a guided meditation here. So find a position in your body where you can focus on the breath and find some comfort and some ease. And we'll do this cord cutting mantra. And I've got notes here, so I'm going to read it, and I have it far enough away that I can read it without my glasses. So this is for when, like I said, you have something or someone or some situation in your life that you are ready to let go of. So go ahead and bring your left palm to your belly, to your core. This is where we begin our lives connected to our mothers by an umbilical cord. But it can also be our energetic cord spot as well, because we are deeply connected through our core center. So take that left hand and imagine there is an umbilical cord coming from the belly. It doesn't have to be exactly at the belly button area, but just like you're holding on to a cord that is extending outward from your belly. And then holding that cord, closing your eyes if you're comfortable, allow me to read this mantra to you and see how it feels in your body and if it resonates with you. I release you, you being the person, situation, job, whatever. I being you. I release you with a full heart, with love for the place you once held in my life. May you be happy in the life you have chosen. I now take back all the energy that has been taken from me or that I have given away. And I return the energy that I still hold from you. May I be free from the ties that bind us. May all cords be cut, transmuted, and dissolved. May all energy return to its original sender with power, peace, and forgiveness. I assert that this is complete and sealed now. So it is. And then draw the left hand away from the belly, drawing that imaginary cord from the belly. Maybe take the right hand and draw out more of that cord, depending on how deeply it's held within you. Maybe take both hands and just draw everything out, either ripping it out from its roots or drawing it out with that left hand and imagining some scissors or a chopping knife of some sort and just cut that cord and release all of that energy that no longer serves you and take back all of the energy that is yours to claim. Bringing the hands back to heart center. Let's close the eyes together. And notice how that practice feels in your body. This might be a one and done practice for you, or you might want to revisit it 10 more times or 100 more times. Maybe you might be reminded of this situation or relationship again, and you will perhaps come back to the remembrance that you have cut that cord, that you release all the energy that belongs not to you, and you claim all the energy that does. Inhale with me, and let's exhale together, bowing the chin towards the heart in gratitude and in respect for self and for all those that have served this, that have completed this practice with us today. Thank you so much for joining me. May all your days be filled with peace, harmony, and well-being. Namaste.